find this platform when we talk about fashion, बहुत सारे things going viral. But I will love if the healthy stuff, healthy talks, healthy hacks can go viral. Make good choices.
Hi everyone, welcome to Happiness with Hema. This is going to be one of the most informative video about menopause. What no one will tell you about menopause, Dr. Priyanka will tell you all.
The topic is very interesting. The topic is menopause myth busted and essential tips for every woman. So I am going to invite Dr. Priyanka. Dr. Priyanka, who is a top gynecologist, and she is going to answer all your questions. So, big hi to everyone who is joining, and let me connect with her. Hi, Priyanka. How are you?
Hi, Hema. How are you? I'm good. Thank you.
Like day for yesterday, I've asked many ladies. They have asked me the list of long questions. So I've compiled all the questions so that we can have a talk, and within 30 to 35 minutes we can compile and try to talk about that. Let's touch this very essential topic.
Yeah, it's a great idea because, we keep listening a lot. I think menopause has become the new buzzword.
Yes. Before we start and dive into this topic, introduce yourself. Fun facts about yourself and your work.
Yeah. So I like to call myself as a gynecologist with a difference. Because for me, I don't even like to call women as patients because whether it's pregnancy, whether you're coming for just some hormone problem, you're not a patient. So I welcome everyone. And I have trained as a gynecologist. I do surgeries, but at some point of time, I thought that I need to step out of the hospital and reach out to the community because there is health awareness, and especially after COVID, we have all become
Exactly.
so aware of our health. हम लोग को अभी we want holistic health, we want to know about exercise, mind body balance. So that's how I work, and I truly believe in a 360-degree healthcare approach and holistic healthcare.
Yeah, so that's why I resonate quite a lot with you. I've seen your page, it was amazing, filled with so much of information about menopause. And I've seen like you have done a live chat with the clients, so it was very insightful. I think go visit her Priyanka's page, it is full of information. Start, Priyanka, without wasting any time. I have huge list of questions, so I've compiled it in a way so that those questions are also covered. Very first question, Priyanka, I would like to touch on is what is perimenopause? This term actually I've never heard also. This is very new term, I think. Yeah. So can you just put some light on this?
So, just to go a step before that, as women, as girls, we are born with fixed number of eggs. Yeah. So when we are born, maybe we have 1 to 2 million eggs. By the time we hit puberty, 14, we have around 4 lakh eggs, 400,000. And when we are in our 30s, it is 100,000 to 200,000. Number of eggs will keep coming down. Now, menopause is जब आपके period खत्म हो जाते हैं, when your periods are over 1 year after that, after the age of 40. Now, the transition period is called perimenopause. You will be surprised, even as doctors, as gynecologists, we are not trained. Too much of emphasis is not given to the word perimenopause. So, we are only aware of menopause. Okay, someone who is young, teenager, then in the 20s and 30s, reproductive age group, and then menopause. That means some old lady, 55, 60, no more periods. But perimenopause is a transition period. So basically, maybe even 8 to 10 years before your periods stop. So it can even start as early as your 30s, mid 30s, 40s, and we really don't know, what's happening. It's like suddenly one day, women in their 30s and 40s, they wake up and they just say, not feeling like myself. This whole feeling of not feeling like myself is what perimenopause is, described as in very simple terms.
Okay. Explain so that even 5-year-old girl out there,
Yes.
or like in a
Yes.
simplest basic way, and I think yes, you are explaining that way, because there are a lot of girls out there, ladies out there, women out there who understand very basic about menopause. So
That's
yeah,
true.
I like
Yeah.
the way you explained perimenopause, which
People are getting more aware of
aware.
perimenopause. So the transition period before your periods stop.
Right.
That means from mid 30s, it can go up to 45. So at least 8 to 10 years before menopause.
proper menopause. Okay, so that was perimenopause. So second question, Priyanka, a lot of like my friends, the Anand, JJ Loves 86, Fact Finance, SG. So all these ladies, they wanted to know what's the normal age of menopause. The proper answer question I've framed it for this around what age does perimenopause usually start or menopause starts, and what are the typical symptoms?
So when we talk of menopause, matlab after the age of 40, 1 year you have no period. So the spontaneous or natural menopause age is around 51, 52, and then they change it to 54. So between 51 and 54 is when spontaneously we run out of eggs, so we don't have any more periods. Once your
Right.
ovaries don't have eggs, you don't have the hormones, and your periods stop. But
Right.
perimenopause can start even 10 years before that. So maybe if you're 35, you don't know which day you're going to end your period when your menopause will hit you, right? That
Right.
day of periods will totally stop. So even as early as 35, and nowadays we are seeing something called premature menopause, which is less than the age of 40.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen patients, girls coming at the age of 35, and we do the blood test, and there is actually they're heading into menopause. They're very close to it.
Okay.
And early menopause is less than the age of 45. So we look at the age of 52 to 53 as the kind of the natural age for spontaneous menopause, but early can be as early as even 45 or 40. But the symptoms can start even in the early 30s and in the mid 30s. And that is when sometimes when women are going to either their physician or their gynecologist, and even if we do the hormone test, unless you meet a doctor or a care provider who is really willing to listen to you and understand your symptoms.
Right.
So in my consultation, I believed in personalized medicine because one size may not fit all. So
Absolutely.
that's
Because we
when
all
we
are
try
different, right?
absolutely.
Everybody's
So,
body is
so
different. They are living in a different environment, right?
different environment,
Mm.
and people have different stress levels, different family
Lifestyle.
histories,
Yeah.
lifestyle, work. A lot of people are working from home nowadays, and there is
Yes.
actually, in fact, I think after COVID, that whatever work-life balance was there is totally toppled over. So
It's
people are still answering
yes.
emails in the evening.
Yeah.
Still, maybe 20, 30 years back, before social media, before the smartphones, when you come back 9 to 5, after 5, your time is yours. It's with your family. You have dinner together.
Mm.
But now, you see people are still not disconnected from the work. So that plays an important role in early menopause because your all the hormones are interrelated. The cortisol, a hormone here, that is the one which is made from our adrenal glands. Adrenal glands are on top of our kidneys. These are
Right.
small glands. They make a hormone called cortisol, which keeps us active during the day. But most of us, either we are doing night shifts or this mobile, that's enough for us to sit down. It's called reverse procrastination. We sit down with the phone. Acha, we're going to sleep. Just let me watch some reels for 10 minutes. And then it goes on. Suddenly it's 2 a.m. and you're still with the phone. So the body is making cortisol at night, especially for all young girls in their teens, in their 20s and their 30s. Cortisol is made at night after midnight. So I tell my patients now start becoming Cinderella. After
Yeah.
that, your body needs to sleep to make the cortisol. Otherwise, all the cortisol gets exhausted and that causes the hormone imbalance. The symptoms of perimenopause, it's called like a laundry bucket, big list. There are at least 120 to 150 symptoms. Feeling of not feeling like myself. There are symptoms of the brain, which means there is a word called brain fog. Fog is either you are just forgetting things or you just suddenly you feel that you have kept some, say you get buy a cosmetic and you keep it in the fridge, or you're keeping the milk packet in your cupboard, go into a room and you're like, why did I come here?
Priyanka, with the busy ladies, it's very common symptom to just forget
Yeah.
things. But if it is happening frequently, then this a red flag.
Yeah, brain fog, either poor memory, mood swings. These are the symptoms related to the brain.
Common.
Periods can start getting a little irregular. People can even either get heavy bleeding or no bleeding at all, or very light bleeding, irregular bleeding.
Okay. So Priyanka, I just got some girl I mentioned. Please mention your age also. Telling that I have like 14, 15 days of cycle. So maybe this is a symptom. So just
Yeah.
please go and consult
Yes.
your doctor and get it is a sign of a
No,
perimenopause
what
if you're very young.
I truly believe is women, we need to be on top of our health. So as early as
Absolutely.
even at the age of 18 to 20, it's a very good idea to just check a basic test of your hormones, especially for women. All the
Mhm.
hormones is like they are chemical messengers. So the brain is giving signals to different organs of the body. We are all aware of the thyroid gland, which is here. That is a very
Mhm.
important gland.
Yeah.
So brain
Mhm.
is giving the signal, hello, wake up, thyroid. It's like an SMS from the brain or a WhatsApp going from the brain to our thyroid. Pancreas is making insulin. Our ovaries are making the estrogen, progesterone, and all of this is working together like a symphony. So, agar
Okay, I love
symphony
it
is
the way you
going,
have explained. Yes.
so
Yeah,
if the
I think
symphony,
nowadays the young generation they understand this very quickly because
very quickly,
yeah, it's all interconnected. That's
it's
that's the
interconnected.
main
Yes.
gist of
Yeah.
it. And as you mentioned before, the stress is the main cause, and symptoms is like it can be basic, but then if it is there, it's a red flag. Please go consult. So let's move to the second. Can hot flashes really hit at the worst time, like during big meeting or a romantic date? Like it's like when you are going through menopause. Is it like that?
So, see, traditionally, when we talk of menopause or a menopausal woman, we are thinking of a lady who is, we call it WW, whiny woman. She's
Hmm.
having hot flash. So,
Yeah.
symptoms of menopause, just to summarize again, brain fog, mood swings, hot flashes means suddenly you feel very warm and then you start sweating. Night
Hmm.
sweats, you wake up in the night with sweating and sweats. Then periods
Okay.
can be irregular, bloating, gaining weight. All of these are part of symptoms of perimenopause and menopause. Now, in hot
Right.
flashes, what is happening is again our brain is amazing. So this brain also has hormone receptors, and once the hormone levels are going down, as like I told you, we are born with a fixed number of eggs.
Hmm.
Men will produce sperm every day, testosterone every day in the morning when they wake up until they live. But for women, fixed number of eggs, hormones are coming down, estrogen and progesterone coming down. The brain has a thermostat like your geyser, right? So this thermostat is detecting that there is less hormones, and then suddenly there is this. The जो हमारी blood vessels हैं, they either open up suddenly so that you are able to uh, uh, take care of this hot kind of a feeling, and then you go into this sweating. So it can just happen at
Uncomfortable
any time.
feeling.
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of
Hmm.
women who come to me for menopause hormone therapy tell me that I'm in a
Okay.
meeting, I'm an executive, I'm a CEO, and in the meeting full of men in the room, when I get this
Right.
hot flash, it's so uncomfortable. Or if you're
So
just
right.
like you say having a romantic date, and then you just start sweating or you feel so hot and flustered, and often
Yeah.
even I see even my colleagues as doctors who are going through this phase, they will be, okay, AC is not on, what is this, and the nurses will be thinking, what's wrong? It's so cold for
Mm.
us. So everything is related. Even we have a question also. I think, when does the menopause end? Meaning the hot flashes and the mood swing. So menopause is you are not having eggs, you're not having your hormones, estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, and it actually doesn't end. 80% of women may have the symptoms, 20% may not have any symptoms. But
Okay.
some of them, because they have hot flashes, mood swings, and the periods are getting over, they understand, okay, I'm going into menopause. So that is when we even talk about treatment, specific treatment for the hot flashes and the mood swings. And in fact, in my clinic, I give a questionnaire. Just
Mm.
may I will talk about mild, moderate, severe symptoms, which are your most common symptoms. So we have a full list of 20 to 30 symptoms, which we are able to
So
discuss with you.
in a way, the this hot flushes is a symptom, one of a very major
Absolutely.
symptom.
Yeah. Hot
Okay.
flashes, night sweats
Night
after
sweats.
that.
It is the symptoms. So next one is, are menopause mood swings as wild as everybody says? So yeah, as like you have already mentioned, I think because of this hormonal imbalance,
Yes.
mood swings also
So because
happen, right?
everything is happening together, so what happens is, like I told you, the ovaries are getting less eggs, less hormone. So the brain is suddenly telling that the ovaries that, okay, now there is no hormone, make more hormone. So on some days the ovaries are going to really make a lot of hormones, and on certain days there is no hormone. Plus
Right.
thyroid issues can be there. You can have something called insulin resistance, where you
Right.
are either getting pre-diabetes, or again, all of this is increasing lot of inflammation and mood swings can happen, but there are treatment. So we have a question, 80% of women will develop the symptom that will stay for life. So that's not the case. Like 80% of women who develop the symptoms, some will develop very early, some have it for a very short period of time. And there are treatments available for the hot flashes also. And
Okay.
like what I do in my practice is hormone therapy. So now there are very safe hormones, like you must have heard about the oral pill, right? We give the oral pill for heavy bleeding, we give it for contraception, and women take it even for 10 years, 15 years without worrying too much about it. But
Right.
somehow there is a fear about hormone therapy in menopause.
Mm-hmm.
Now we call it modern menopause management, where there are options available and you don't need to suffer with the hot flashes. So there is treatment, even lifestyle
One more
changes.
question, Dr. Priyanka. One of my friends have asked, do spicy food actually trigger this hot flashes and the menopausal hormonal imbalance or something?
Yeah, so I advise women always, after you're going through these symptoms, then
Right.
lifestyle change is very important. So try to avoid processed food. Spicy food can trigger sometimes hot flashes. So the best kind of food
Fine.
is 30% fiber, have more protein, have more vegetables, like the rainbow diet. All the
Mm-hmm.
blueberries, strawberries, the colorful broccoli. So start going and start adding more color on vegetables to your diet. So spicy
And best
food
is, I think,
has been
seasonal. Whatever is in a season,
seasonal.
just go for
Yes,
it.
go for
That
it.
will
Yeah.
be, yeah, that will be always
Yeah.
helpful. Is menopause a real thing, or is just an excuse for forgetfulness and
Yeah.
all that?
This is an amazing book which I've been reading, The Menopause Brain by Dr. Lisa Mosconi. I think all women should start reading these very interesting books because we need to educate ourselves, right? Our mothers, our
Absolutely.
grandmothers also went through menopause, but I think in today's generation now there is all the more stress. We are trying to do more multitasking. So brain fog does happen. Hormones are not just for periods, they're not just for pregnancy, but hormones are important for even
Overall.
our bones, our joints, our brain has the hormone receptors, and they are all interlinked to
Interconnected.
serotonin, dopamine, everything is interrelated. So when there is no hormones, that's why I advise hormone therapy, and that helps with the
So
brain fog.
definitely, it's a real thing, girls. If you're feeling it's not like that,
Yeah.
just please go and consult
Again, I'll say if
information
you're
about
not
it.
feeling like yourself, you feel there's something wrong. I was not like this. I was able to do a lot of things. So
Mm.
you don't have to beat yourself that, okay, I'm not able to do work. Seek
Mm.
help.
Seek help. Dr. Priyanka, does regular exercise really helps the menopause symptoms?
It does. Right?
Definitely.
We
I
know
also
that.
advocate
Yes.
completely.
So
Yes.
if someone
Movement is
has
medicine.
not been, yes, movement is medicine. Dedicated time. Even I tell start with 4,000 steps, 20 minutes after dinner. And
Yeah.
I am now a big advocate. I wish someone had told me when I was in my 20s and 30s about weight training. So
Mm.
I've started because even last year I went through my menopause maybe 4 years back, and it was smooth because I have usually been taking care of my health. But then at some point of time, you suddenly start feeling very weak and tired, and then you have vitamin deficiency. So weight training is something which I started a year back. It's not that I'm forever in the gym, but joining a gym helps me with a routine. If you think you don't want to join a gym, then you can just, I've kept these weights also here. So I'm at my mother's place. I told her to get some
Mhm.
weights, just start
High
doing the
five for
weights.
that.
Yeah.
Yes. Good, good.
So
Girls out
just
there,
start
even if you don't have a weight, you can start with a
water
water
bottle.
bottles. Yeah, just
Just
start
water
with a
bottle.
light weight and muscle training. Yes,
As you
right.
age, become more anti-fragile. I don't want to fall down, have a, break
Yeah.
my bone and things like that. So building muscle is very important after 40.
Last question for this question and answer series is like ask that are there supplements that can help reduce premenopause symptoms like bloating, fatigue, weight gain, weight loss? So for all these kind of symptoms, do we have a supplements?
So there is no magic pill. Again, it is 360 degrees approach. So what I usually tell at for girls at all age, I just tell them remember 4S: salt, sugar, sleep, and stress. So try to cut down processed food, salt, and sugar. That
Okay.
itself will, okay, don't be a saint. Enjoy your weekends as much as you
Mhm.
want. Call it a treat meal and enjoy yourself. Don't call it cheat meal, because when you say cheat meal, then you feel guilty and you eat more. So enjoy your weekends, but Monday to Friday, keep a discipline with your sleep, stress management, do some deep breathing. That's vagus nerve stimulation, diaphragmatic breathing, which helps. Take care of your whatever you're eating and the exercise, and of course that's important. In regards to supplements, if there is one supplement which I have started over the past 2 years, and I think that has really helped me, that's magnesium. Supplements are important. Again, maybe just remember 4 or 5. You don't need to have a big box of supplements. Vitamin D is really important. Vitamin B12, all the multivitamins are important. But of course, with your doctor's advice and prescription. Omega 3 is something which is good for your brain. And natural source of omega 3, again, always I will say first look at natural sources. Like I found a new nut called Brazil nut. So I advise women take 2 Brazil nuts per day. It takes care of your selenium, which helps with your thyroid. Walnuts, almonds, cashew nuts, all of this
Coconut,
have a lot of omega
sunflower
3.
seeds.
Coconut, absolutely.
These are my
So
favorite.
desi ghee,
Yes.
even ghee is good. Yeah, have
Ghee,
a spoon
yes.
of ghee every day.
Absolutely.
Try to avoid the trans fat. And magnesium again is a supplement, but always get your doctor's advice, and
So
then
magnesium, I
make sure
was
that.
asking, like you just mentioned magnesium, Priyanka. You take magnesium in what form? Although we know
So
that
there
yes,
are
these seeds
there are
have a
many
high
forms.
amount of
Yes.
magnesium. Banana have a good amount of magnesium, but what is like?
Magnesium is, see, again, there are a lot of thought processes where people have a point of view that no, I will take everything from my food. But food, again, lacks a lot of nutrition nowadays. So,
Right.
magnesium as a supplement, especially in perimenopause and menopause. So, at least 400 to 800 milligrams of magnesium glycinate. So, that is the one which is really good for our brain, because there are again 4 or 5 kinds of magnesium. So
Okay.
consult your doctor, but think about magnesium glycinate. And I usually advise magnesium to be taken at night. And it really helps with the sleep and also your brain. Magnesium has more than 400 functions in the body.
Yeah. I have one hack that, magnesium oil. I
Oil.
don't know, I haven't started yet, but magnesium oil, just massage your feet with the magnesium
Yes.
oil, a drop of it, and that helps with
Yeah, even
sleep also. And
magnesium
then,
salts are also used, absolutely. Even for baths, magnesium Epsom salts are there. So magnesium
yes,
is mostly it relaxes. We're using a lot
yeah.
of magnesium even for preterm babies, for so that their brain development is happening. So the same concept goes even in perimenopause.
Okay. I hope this session is getting interesting and informative. Share it with your friends, your wives, with your sisters, with your mothers. There are some big myths about menopause. Big myths. So there's a list of questions which many friends have asked in Instagram, and I would like you to tell me whether it's myth or it's a truth, or sometime maybe depends on circumstances, right? So you can just
Okay.
elaborate.
Yeah.
So the very first is Mummy from Singapore. She has asked, "Will menopause will grow you shorter?"
So, yes, that can happen, because with menopause, what happens is our bones become less dense. That is called osteopenia, then osteoporosis. So, another
Okay.
test I recommend women to do after 40 is DEXA scan, which actually measures the strength of your bone in your wrist, your spine, and your hip. Right after
Okay.
70 and 80, most women, when they fall, there's a risk of fracture, and that can cause
Their
disability. So,
bones
as
become
the
very
spine,
fragile. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
so after a particular age, we don't even absorb more calcium into our bones. So if the bones of the spine now are becoming, they're shrinking, so that
Hmm.
can cause reduction in the height.
Okay. Menopause only affects older
What
women.
I have seen is at the age of 28.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she just stopped her periods and it was menopause, and then we have to give the hormone
So
therapy.
this is definitely a big myth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having an awareness, and there is one test, it's called AMH, anti-Mullerian
Right.
hormone. This test can actually, even at the age of 20, 25, 30, it will just give you a idea of your ovarian health and the age of your ovaries. So they're postponing pregnancy, or want to think about it in their 30s. So doing this test just gives you a rough idea how fertile you are, or how your eggs are, and how your ovarian health is.
Next myth is weight gain is unavoidable in weight.
Because what is happening is nature is beautiful. So nature knows that now the hormones are going to get over.
Mhm.
The estrogen also are 3 types. So the E1, E2, and E3, as I call them. E1 estrone is the estrogen of menopause, and this will start increasing after menopause. We start gaining a lot of belly fat or food belly, as we call it. Yeah. So some women can also have insulin resistance, can cause weight gain because muscle, we are losing muscle after 40. That's where weight training, strength training, you have to change the way you exercise. Because after 35 and 40, not as simple as just calorie in and calorie out. I told you, add more protein, eat right, cut down the processed food, sleep well, enjoy life. I think it's time for self love after the age of 40 and 45.
Yeah, it should
So
be every time, but yes, yeah, but
but
especially after
in
that
our
when
20s
you.
and 30s, we are more busy on career, focus on family. We're doing a lot of other things. Once you are kind of settled in your career, or, then that's the time when you have to think that. So weight gain can happen in menopause. That's where keep a track of it. And I think weight is the most unreliable way of talking about health. Look at your waist hip ratio. So all ladies have a inchy tape. Measure your waist at the thinnest part and measure your hip. So the waist and hip ratio could be centimeter into should be 0.8. If your waist is now becoming bigger, there is a risk that this can lead on to diabetes, hypertension.
Okay.
Or just go to your gym or ask your, you need to just measure the muscle percentage and fat percentage in your body. That's more important than the weight.
Priyanka, one more very big myth is all women experience menopause the same way. Is it a myth?
Absolutely, it's a myth because we are
Definitely,
all
yes.
different. We are all different, and
Yeah.
that's why this is an advice from a 40, going to be 48-year-old, to all the younger girls who are there, and even to all the girls, ladies who are here, for your nieces, for your daughters, for your granddaughters, that preserving your health in your 20s and
Very
30s
important.
means
Yeah.
your menopause transition can be really smooth.
Yeah, if the girls out there on their teens, 16s, 20s, and late early 30s, they are taking good care of their health. They are taking really doing that self care very very mindfully during that age. It means you can maintain your menopause. You can delay your menopause.
You can delay,
Yeah,
yes.
that's
At least, yeah, that's true. Because, like I told you, these hormones are all interrelated. So, if you don't have enough, if you sleep late, too much stress, less cortisol, it will take in from progesterone, makes cortisol. That's called cortisol steal or progesterone steal syndrome. And that is what is also causing a lot of this polycystic ovary, irregular periods, weight gain. So, everything is interrelated. And as women supporting women hashtag, I think we have to just keep doing more lives, talking more, so we can stay stronger together. How do diabetics gain weight? For younger girls who come with
for
polycystic
early
ovary,
age.
irregular periods, I always test their insulin levels, because the sugars will be normal. Our body is beautiful. Our body will keep the sugars normal, and it will always help us. But at one point of time, you develop this insulin resistance, where the insulin levels go very high, and insulin will cause inflammation, and insulin is causing the weight gain. So just get a good provider. Find your, so we have a lot of good doctors nowadays, endocrinologists, hormone specialists, and just doing these couple of tests. Again, tell my patients, if you think wellness is expensive, think of illness.
Illness. Illness is very, very
So this is
expensive.
something which
So
just
better
stays
take care
stayed
of
with me.
wellness.
So I
That's a
at
very,
least,
very valid.
yeah.
I totally
So
resonate with you, Priyanka.
yeah.
Because I also feel, you spend some time on self love, wellness, and self care, self healing at the right age, young age, when you have a lot of energy. Then you don't have to deal with illness. So I move to my next myth, Priyanka. It is said that once you are through menopause, you are done with the symptoms and nothing is going to happen.
Yeah.
Is this
So,
a myth or?
so menopause is not like a fire through which you have to go and then you're on the other side. You live in menopause. Yeah. So for me, four organs are very important: my brain, my bones, my muscles, and my heart.
Right.
So, like I told you, lifestyle changes are so important. Adding protein, adding fiber. Keep following us, because we will keep talking more and more about perimenopause, menopause, and how do we take care of your hormone health, and what are the diet changes, what can you add in your food, how you can do the exercise, lifestyle. Sleep is important, definitely. You need to cutting down smoking, alcohol, because again these are factors which then
Are
even
going to
simple things like keeping some
disrupt.
green, green indoor plants in the house, inside in the room where you're sleeping also, these all of these will detoxify the air, give you more purity, calm you down. And when needed, I of course suggest hormone therapy for taking care of the menopause, because it is not just to for those symptoms. Menopause is not just the symptoms of hot flashes, but a lot of disability can happen if you are not staying stronger.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we talk about health span, so let's stay healthy as long as we can.
Yes. And that's like, as you already mentioned, that work on your wellness, but take care of that when you're young.
When we talk a lot about gut health, so all my patients, I won't talk to them at least 15 minutes to be dedicated to the food they are eating, good bacteria, prebiotics such as fruits, probiotic which is the bacteria, so sprouts, whatever. Whether you're a vegetarian, you can have sprouts, and different kind of probiotics are there. So how do you? Because again, the gut is your second brain. So if you are having mood
Absolutely.
swings,
Yes.
maybe
I think
sugar
90
cravings
90% of illnesses comes through your
on
gut.
the
If your
gut.
gut is
Yeah.
good, your overall health will be taken care. Next myth or truth. Menopause makes you old overnight, and you will instantly get gray hair and wrinkles once the menopause starts. Well, I'm not a doctor, but I can definitely tell looking at Priyanka, because Priyanka just mentioned, you mentioned that you already
Yeah.
had your menopause. So it's
2020,
not
yeah.
like, it's not going
No,
to
no,
make you
no.
old.
I feel, touch wood, I feel more stronger and more healthier than I was
And
in my
looking at you,
30s.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, because yeah. So this is definitely a myth, girls out there. If you having a prenatal menopause, you are not an old lady with a gray hair, but you are a young person having these
Yeah.
symptoms. So please kindly red flag. You need to be educated and try to little be more aware about your health. So definitely a myth, yeah. And next one is you can sweat through your clothes in a second during hot flashes. It's
Yeah,
a
that
myth,
can happen. That can happen because hot
but it
flash, when you
depends on
say,
body to body,
and
or
not
it will happen to
everyone.
every.
So even hot flashes are different types and different ages. Some people get it very early, even
Hmm.
in their 20s and 30s, they may start getting hot flashes, and some may just get for a short period of time and then it's over. So simple techniques. If you're getting hot flashes, maybe sometimes I advise women just dress in layers. So if you're maybe going out, if you're having a jacket, then if you're feeling warm, just you can take it out and keep yourself hydrated. Drinking water is so important.
Hydrate.
I find a lot of
Yes.
people don't drink. So I, in my clinic also, I keep a big flask. So just sometimes visuals can just help people to remember that staying hydrated is so important.
One tip I can also share, staying like, very that I always keep a one spray bottle with
Yes,
me with
yes.
that nice medicinal water or toner,
Mm.
rose water. So keep
Yeah.
spraying, when you feel very, you are
Good
in a
for the skin
place,
also.
especially
Yeah.
heat, yeah, very, in a hot environment, or you can wet your cotton dupatta and squeeze it. And then, when you're
Yes.
going out, exposing yourself to the sun, just go like that, covering yourself so that direct
And I
heat
think
is
even
like.
sharing this whole process of what's happening to you with your family, with your work colleagues, can really sometimes women feel that no, I shouldn't share this. It's something, it's
Yeah,
not a
it's my
taboo.
problem. I shouldn't be
All
telling to anyone.
see,
Yeah,
all women may not go through pregnancy, but all women have to go through menopause. That is
menopause.
inevitable. And
Okay,
in maybe in 2 years, there'll be 1 billion women in the world with menopause. And that's a huge number. In fact,
okay,
maybe 30-40% of our lives we're going to live in menopause. So we are there
yeah.
as advocates. We are there to support, and we are there to give you all the best ideas so you are,
So it's better to be
really.
well informed to
Yes,
deal with that gracefully,
yes,
right?
yeah.
So this another myth is menopause makes you lose your memory completely. This is myth or truth?
No, no, not completely. Yeah, there can be occasions of brain fog, or you are just getting forgetful, and that is related to the
One
lack of
of the
hormones. But
symptoms.
then,
Okay,
yes, one of the symptoms.
but
Yeah.
not.
So
It's
that
not like.
and even getting these mindful activities, crossword puzzles, doing more work which is related to your brain, cutting down
Keep
your
your
screen
mind
time.
constructively engaged,
Occupied.
right?
Yes.
Productively
Yeah.
engaged, because sometimes boredom and this this feeling of not
Yeah, no,
self-worth
we
also.
are all creatures of habit, so we need a routine. That's why, if you even one night, if you don't sleep well, it's really so
Absolutely.
exhausting.
Yeah, it
So
shows the effect on your.
and if you want to age well, sleep is the secret to success. Same way, sleep is the secret to good health.
Yeah, because when we are sleeping, body is doing that repair
Repair
and
work.
rest and repair
Absolutely.
work. So we
Yes.
definitely need to put our body in that mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that it
That's
goes in a nice deep sleep and repairing by itself. Other
and
organs also get repaired.
during this phase, perimenopause and menopause, we should develop something called brain envy. That is, I follow a doctor from US, Dr. Amen. So that's what he says. For women also, like if even food, try to have food which is good for your brain. So give yourself some time. If someone gives me an apple and a donut, I'm more happy with the apple because I know that sugar is going to then cause sugar rush and sugar crash.
Choose,
So
so means make
again,
good choices for
good choice.
self when you're
Yeah.
making food. Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of, as you said, the insulin resistance and this sugar related diabetes is related with that. But then go for a healthy sugar because your body needs sugar as well.
Yeah.
Yes. So we can choose what we are eating. We can choose healthy stuff,
Yeah.
fruits,
You don't have to be a
dates,
saint, but that's
figs.
what. So just
Yeah, make mindful choices, right? Okay, this last question about myth and truth. Menopause means the end of your sex life.
yeah. So again, there is in fact an entity, what used to be called as hormone receptors are again in our vagina, in the vulva, and in our external organs. So as the hormone levels are coming down, estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone, there is going to be change in the skin, like the change in our skin on our face, our hair may fall. So similarly, the same happens to the or internal organs also. And there are options available in which we are replacing vaginal estrogen. Creams are available which can be used. So it does not mean, and of course even there is lack of libido. So treatments are available depending on what your symptoms are, and menopause
So this
does
is
in
one
fact
of the symptom, but
need.
not like it's not like
No.
permanent
In fact,
or
I
common with
tell,
everybody.
yeah. So
Not
Dr.
common.
Lisa Mosconi in fact says we should call menostart or second adulthood.
Gee, friend, and she's asking, will today's diet cause early menopause?
So I have been seeing a couple of like cabin attendants, girls who have been working in the airlines, come with early menopause. So we need to look into that. Is like flying over different time zones, having processed food, not having healthy food can affect. There are no studies though which are very given with confirmation that okay, if you eat this kind of a diet, your ovaries will end up having less eggs sooner. But there is something called xenoestrogen. So these
Mm-hmm.
are the bad estrogens which come from different chemicals, especially even the cosmetics, the skincare product, the shampoos we are using, and
Yeah.
these can affect our body's estrogen. So that's why keeping your environment both mentally,
Healthy,
psychologically
natural.
less toxic, and also physically, doing all these. Even burning candles is not good because burning candles again releases a lot of toxins into the environment, and we don't know how much of That's why even with when we look at women who are coming with infertility issues, and even men, we see their partners who are having less sperm counts. Mobile usage of mobile phone within the pocket, keeping the laptop on your lap, all these things, lifestyle
Affecting the
factors are very
hormones.
important.
Somehow it is correct only that today's diet or lifestyle can
Yes.
cause early
Yeah.
menopause, which
Yes.
is, I think scientific studies must be not found, but they must be doing it because this gadget thing started happening from last 10 years very frequently.
10 years, yeah.
So
So
still
women
the
only
studies are
after
going on.
10 years or 20 years. But we are seeing in clinical practice younger girls, and sometimes I really feel sad that, there is nothing very urgent being done because it's a slow process. So
Yes.
younger girls, they come for the first time. I have a patient, first time she came at the age of 36 for fertility. When we tested her this AMH blood test level, it was really low. So she has very, very few eggs left, and then she had to do IVF. So that's something we are seeing very, very commonly
Yeah.
nowadays. Infertility is rising. It used to be 8 to 10% 20 years back when I was studying. Now it's almost 20%. So that
Okay.
is the reason for the decline in the eggs and the ovaries.
Okay. So, Dr. Priyanka, like few of my friends, they have crossed 50, but
Mhm.
they haven't had menopause as yet, and they have never faced the major symptoms. So, what do you think the science behind that? Maybe they are following the right kind of self care. They are into a right kind of health care, wellness. That's prolonging that.
Yeah. So, like I told you, menopause again, it varies from different races, depends where you belong, how your food has been, how you've been taking care of your health.
Mhm.
So, the average age used to be 51, 52, and then now it is 54, and even as late as 55. If some of the populations, even up to 58, they keep getting their menstruation.
Okay.
But what happens is when you have a late menopause, sometimes we don't know if there is, so that's a new theory, or that's what we talk about in functional medicine. Sometimes a long exposure to the hormones also, like I told you, estrone or E1 is a bad hormone, right? So if we are having higher levels of that hormone, it could
Causing
predispose us
that.
to inflammation and breast cancer and things like that. But
Okay.
not everyone will have the symptoms. It all
Okay.
depends on also if you don't have any other issues with thyroid, insulin, vitamin deficiencies. You're taking a good diet, supplement, you're doing a regular health check. So all
Hmm.
of these things also affect the age of menopause. Family history, high estrogen levels. So this is a question, interesting one. Estrogen, progesterone, these are the main hormones. So estrogen and progesterone need to be balanced, and at whatever age you are, if your body is making more estrogen and no like I told you, if you sleep late, no cortisol, progesterone makes cortisol because periods are not essential for life. So all progesterone will go and make cortisol. Now, when you don't have progesterone, only estrogen is there. You will have all these issues: weight gain, polycystic ovary, irregular bleeding. So,
So sleep is a
uh,
very big
yes,
staying
sleep,
healthy,
stress, sugar,
exercise,
salt.
sleep, and diet. I think
Yeah.
these
If you're
three are
having
very.
if you have belly fat, heavy bleeding, we call it estrogen dominance. You do need to then get your test done, find out with your gynecologist or endocrinologist, your internal medicine doctor, that what's
Okay.
happening. This is if there is a problem, there is a heavy bleeding, you need to get it addressed.
Hmm. At the end of, and it was really very insightful. I think for me it was quite insightful, and we should be educating ourselves,
Yes.
in this topic, and definitely taking care of our diet, sleep, and exercise, which as like a normal human being also. So any message you want to give it to 20s and 30s-year-old girls out there?
So I have two daughters. So sometimes what I need to tell them, we know mothers will always want to tell something to their kids. So I put it out on the social media. so so it's
Mm.
like, when my daughters themselves say, okay, now you've changed my gut bacteria. I don't have the sugar cravings. I feel okay. And they then get motivated for exercise. So it
Mm.
has to come from within you, right?
Within you,
So
yes.
even in my 20s, I had some health issues, or I was not eating well, or I was also not a saint. But
Mm.
now there is, I think, more stress for girls. Like I told you, work-life balance is altered. There is a lot of work. There's a lot of expectations at their workplace. They want to balance. They want to achieve a lot. So just take care of your health. Make sure that you're sleeping well, eating well. Enjoy your treats. Enjoy your fun time. But
Mm. Yeah.
make
So
sure that you are just keeping the
when you're
balance.
young,
And
you have a lot
yeah,
of energy. Take care of
yeah,
yourself.
take it.
Don't abuse.
Yes.
Don't abuse your
In
time,
your
your
in your
health,
20s, your
your
body will take care. In your 20s, body will take care. As they come into the 30s and the mid
then
30s is
only. Yeah.
when they start seeing the difference. Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you are, but anyways, we all learn from our experience. So if you learn from our experience, and we are there to help and guide.
Yes. And what about any advice for the aging, or maybe ladies in 40s and 50s and late 50s?
No, I think the 50s is now the new 30s.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah, yeah.
always old age is our age plus 20.
Yeah, I think age is
Yeah.
just a number. Is just I feel that as long as you feel young and you feel energetic, you have energy to go out and share and care
Find
for
your purpose
yourself and
of life,
others.
and you are just helping others. So be kind,
Yeah.
stay kind, keep doing random acts of kindness, and find your purpose in life. And each day is so important. I think that's what each day has to
Yes.
be lived well.
That's a very sweet message. even if we are in like 50s, don't think you are in 50s, think you are like this is a new 20s, new 30s,
No,
just
yes,
define your age with your energy level. Good, good.
absolutely.
So once again, I want you to stress on those 4S that I find it very, very
Yes.
interesting.
Four S, very simple. Sleep. Make sure you sleep by, if not 10, at least by 10:30 or 11. Start making the preparation. Keep your screens away. Stress. There is something called deep breathing or diaphragmatic breathing. So we all have the nervous system, which is sympathetic nervous system, makes us active. The fight or flight reaction, so that we are alert. But the parasympathetic system is controlled by a nerve called the vagus nerve, which is running under our diaphragm. So when we do the deep breathing 4 to 4, it really helps to relax. Even if you can do it for 2 minutes in a day, that's amazing. So sleep,
Absolutely.
stress, of course, sugar and salt. Enjoy your sugar, enjoy your salt, but be mindful of what you're doing.
So that's a very nice. Remember these 4S and keep your lifestyle very happy, healthy. And I think then your happy hormones automatically keep making, you and you have energy to take care of yourself. So, Dr. Priyanka, it was really very insightful and very
Mhm.
interesting. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. And if I get requests, I may call you again and we'll have a chat again,
Sure.
maybe a little more technical about those things. And please visit her page and check out. She have a lot of case studies from where you can get inspired and get to know the nitty gritties and detailed depth thing. Maybe few things you can relate and you can just approach her. And yeah, tune in to my page also for a lot of information about self care, self healing, how
And
you can take care of
lovely tips
yourself.
from Hema. How do you do your simple tips and tricks with makeup, going out, eating
Yeah.
food? There are a lot of things that you talk about, and that whole, even when you are going for your workout, you're so happy. So you naturally feel, looking
Yeah,
at
I
you,
think
it's like,
happiness is
yes,
like, yeah. Priyanka, happiness is like, my happy hormones keep, motivated, keep me
yes.
motivated. Yeah. So all these hacks are like,
Okay.
I love to share it because I find this platform is like, when we talk about fashion, both sare, likes and
Yes,
you get
yes.
your things going viral. But I will love if, the healthy stuff, healthy talks, healthy hacks can go viral more
Yeah,
frequently and
sometimes
more
I think
often.
people think that when we talk about health means it's very difficult and it's you have to be very regimented and restrictive. No, I never
No,
stop myself. I enjoy whatever I want to eat. But then at one point of
absolutely.
time, it just happens that you choose that this is something I enjoy. So I will enjoy my
Yes.
walnut. I will enjoy my greens, my salads. All of that. So
Yeah.
that's the key.
Yeah, it's a choice. It's a choice. And once you start enjoying, you get addicted to good things now. And you
It
can see
shows
your
also.
health, your skin, your hair. Because so many people they ask me what is the secret. I'm making few reels on that also. What is the secret of your skin and what is the secret of your hair and everything is inside
It's
out. You have
yes,
to be
that's true.
inside happy and putting your like making good choices of like as you said sleep, sugar and salt, whatever you're consuming, make good choices.
Good
And
choices.
trust me, you
Absolutely.
will soon get addicted to these good choices and then
It will
you will
show.
be saving money on illnesses
Yeah,
maybe
absolutely. So
because there are
nice
few things
talking to you.
which will yeah which is unavoidable which will happen but then it's okay, then you have a courage to deal with those. Okay,
Yes.
Priyanka, it was absolutely lovely chit chatting with you and you
Same.
are so
Yeah.
yeah, I love your energy and take care.
Thank you.
And
Same here. And thanks to all your followers and all the ladies who joined us. And
okay, bye
okay. Bye bye.
everyone, bye bye, take care,
Bye
bye.
bye.